Just getting it going, getting my link. I'm going to share it in a sec. In the meantime, I've canned myself playing some very romantic accordion music. I'll be playing with you in just a minute. And that goes the same for you too. Second device, it's streaming to a different platform. I'm just getting things set up, and my stream will be underway in just a minute. In the meantime, here's some very romantic potted accordion music for you to enjoy. Device number 3. Isn't the future magnificent? Maybe half of that. Here we go. Hi. Hey, it's live. You're in it.
I know. Hi. Okay.
Things are getting kind of goofy in here.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye. Isn't she magnificent? Now we should have three streaming platforms running simultaneously. How wacky, how nutty. But we're getting a bit tired of the canned accordion music. So I'm just going to share the links to the poor sods on Twitter who don't have native streaming of their own, who shouldn't have to miss out unfairly, unjustly. There's accordion for everyone. And then the live music will begin. I just need, let's say, 90 more seconds. You know what? Twitter can look out for themselves. I can share that with them later, if you will. So yes, I've got my 3 devices going here. I can't show you all each other simultaneously. We would fall into some sort of feedback vortex. But hello out there to all my music friends on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I tried to get a little fancy, and instead, I ended up delaying my own set by 10 minutes. Let's play some love songs on accordion, because Valentine's Day is this weekend, and if I were to play love songs on a different instrument, it probably wouldn't sound as good. My name's Rowan Lipkovits. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. All 3 of you. Yeah, you too. This is going to be fun. Good to go. don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray, and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Oh, Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday, I'm in love. Saturday waits. Sunday always comes too late. But Friday never hesitates. I don't care if Monday's black. A Tuesday, Wednesday, heart attack. A Thursday, never looking back. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday you can hold your head. Tuesday, Wednesday, stay in bed. Oh, Thursday, watch the walls instead. It's Friday, I'm in love. Saturday waits. Sunday always comes too late. But Friday never hesitates. Just look through the eyes. It's a wonderful surprise to see your shoes and your spirit shine. Throw out your frown and just smell the sound. Sick as the sheep spinning round and round. Always take a big bite, such a gorgeous sight. To see you eat in the middle of the night. You can never get enough of this stuff. Friday, I'm in love. Oh, I don't care if Monday's blue. Tuesday's gray and Wednesday too. Oh, Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Oh, Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday, I'm in love. All right, I made it. I got my set started, streaming to 3 magical platforms, each of which I think has got at least one viewer on them. We're going somewhere here. The future is now. And I made it through, my first song, Friday I'm in Love by The Cure, because I am in love with my wonderful wife. You saw me snipping at her earlier when I thought she was blundering in on my very stressful string setup, but she's wonderful. And the song is by The Cure. Lots of fun, and only more fun with the addition of accordion. I begin with Friday I'm in Love. I played this trick also last year because I am part of a program of streaming accordion performances today called Accordion Fridays. So songs about Thursdays or Saturdays would be less apt. It is spearheaded, masterminded by the amazing René de la Prade of the Shipcats in Hamburg, Germany, the genius behind the incredible Accordion Babes Squeezebox calendar. Sadly, I am not a part of that calendar. For a long time, we've been talking up the potential possibility of having the Response Accordion Hunks Beefcake pinup calendar, but it hasn't happened yet. One more year, maybe 2022 will be our time for it. If you haven't got a calendar yet, I know we're into February. 2021 is ticking by. With the pandemic and all, it does feel like there's few occasions needing calendar scheduling, but let me assure you, you can still find it useful to help mark the old passage of time. And if you don't have one, it's an incredible calendar that those Accordion Babes sell, and it comes with a whole compilation album of all the participating artists and performers who, great as they look, they sound even better. I'm starting with the classics here. phase, if you like, infatuation. I began with a little canned music while I tackled a couple of technical problems, and that was a old, I guess it's a Scandinavian fiddle tune I picked up from an Andrew Bird album. One of the very first songs I worked out for myself on the accordion, called the Swedish Wedding March. I get to play accordion in all kinds of crazy situations where that I never could have anticipated when I picked up this instrument. When I became the Britney Spears Nine Inch Nails accordion guy, I wasn't expecting necessarily to end up playing at people's weddings, let alone um, at the penthouse or at the opening of a tattoo parlor. Um, Now, there's some specialized repertoire for those latter venues, but for weddings, it's very interesting to play a wedding when you're kind of a goofy. What do you expect of a wedding accordion music? I don't know. The field is wide open, and then you get the goofy requests. I may touch on that a little bit later. But of course, we've been having less social gatherings over the last calendar year. With it, fewer big weddings, fewer opportunities for me to share my great, peculiar take on accordion repertoire with festive wedding audiences. Missing it a bit, missing it a little bit. But I know when the pandemic is been flattened, people will resume having weddings. I'm pretty confident. And there may be less shaking hands at the wedding, less. I'd make some sort of rude joke here, but my heart's not in it because I am not in a rude frame of mind. I am in a celebratory, happy, festive, Valentine's-y frame of mind because it's Valentine's Day long weekend here in Vancouver, and I am here to play for you romantic Valentine's love songs on my accordion. Thanks again for hanging in there. One of my old favorites, another early song I worked out while teaching myself this instrument, Dead Milkman. One Saturday I took a walk to Zipperhead. I met a girl there, she almost knocked me dead. Punk rock girl, please look at me, rock girl. What do you see? We'll travel around the world. You and me, punk rock girl. I tapped her on the shoulder and said, do you have a bow? She looked at me and smiled and said she did not know. Punk rock girl, give me a chance. Let's go slam dance, just like Minnie Pearl, just you and me, punk rock girl. We went to the Philly Pizza Company and ordered some hot tea. The waitress said, well, no. Got anarchy, jumped up on the table and shouted anarchy. Someone played a Beach Boys song on the jukebox. It was California Dreamin', so we started screaming on such a winter's day. She took me to her parents for a Sunday meal. My father took would look at me and he began to squeal. Punk rock girl, it makes no sense. Your dad's vice president, just like the Duke of Earl. Yeah, good for me, punk rock girl. We went to a shopping mall and laughed at all the shoppers. Security guards trailed us to a record store. We asked for Mojo Nixon. He said, he don't work here. He said, if you don't got Mojo Nixon, then your store could use some fixing. We got into a car where we started rolling. I said, how much you pay for this? Said, nothing, man, it's stolen. Oh, right, girl, you're so wild. Let's have a child. Name her Minnie Pearl, just you and me. Keep us run down a swirl, just you and me. Yeah, we'll travel around the world, just you and me. Punk rock girl. All right. Everything that can go wrong in your set, just make sure it happens at the start of the set. Get it out of the way, then you can straighten it out and proceed. Oh, goodness me, so much fun. So glad to be playing music. You know, I like performing. It's you get a kick out of it. You get jazzed. And in the pandemic, you don't get to do it except in your basement office. Two, three very quiet devices, all staring at me, all plugged in various ways. Very exciting, intellectually challenging technical feat. Getting them all going, but doesn't compare to getting the blood pumping, getting the box bellowing, and making a racket. So, how about I play you some more music? Um, any other announcements I have to make? Yes, of course. I don't know what I sound like over there. I mean, a crazy man with an accordion. I bet I sound like a crazy man with an accordion, talking to himself in an empty room. But if you have any feedback about uh, I can't hear you, or I hear you too much, it's too loud, let me know in the comments. I'm trying to monitor the chats where possible. And if I can do anything about it, I will. Usually, solving a problem means I got to stop the show for another 5 minutes, and it's incredibly boring for you and incredibly stressful for me. So I hope it all goes pretty smoothly. All right, so we had a little infatuation period, romantic music, Valentine's. Remember, that's our theme. Can I keep this from falling down again? Probably not. That will be part of the suspense. Part of the suspense. Back when I played with the Creaking Planks, we had a drummer, Polsky, who played pots and pans on an ironing board, percussion. And he didn't play carefully, precisely. He played like he intended to destroy the ironing board. And of every 4 or 5 gigs, he would. We had a stack of ironing boards lined up, replacement ironing boards for inevitably when he destroyed his kit on stage in the middle of a song. And I'd be playing, and suddenly I'd hear a big racket behind me, and everyone else in the band would stop playing, and I wouldn't know what's going on. And at the end of the song, I'd turn around, and all the percussion would be all over the stage, and it was suspenseful because it was eventually going to happen. If not this gig, next gig. If not this song, maybe the next song, maybe in the second set after the intermission. Who knows? Maybe my music will fall off the stand again. Makes things a little interesting for you. So from infatuation to rejection. All right. This is perhaps the song that got me playing accordion by East Vancouver's poet laureate of the accordion, Jeff Berner. And he showed me accordions didn't just have to be a dopey punchline, suitable only for pleasant, happy champagne music. It could project the entire spectrum, the entire range of emotions, positive, negative, angry, embittered, sad. And this song specifically really spoke to my 20-year-old, my confused heart of a 20-year-old young man having romantic difficulties and finding it difficult to compete with in the romantic circuit. It speaks to experiences I had previously when I was in high school. Jeff Brenner's High School Cruiser in the parking lot of my school. You see the gaggle of girls next training to get a gander at the man. See the lack of concern I'm feigning. He's here to pick up Sally, and no use in saying that she could have been mine. Don't have to say it, cause I think it all the time. So sing it. Here he comes, the high school cruiser. Bring God and bless my soul. He's such a pathetic loser. He's 25 years old and looking for a fresh piece of ass. What's happened to the girls in my class? The hook so thinly baited. line they cleverly play. Oh, you're too sophisticated to be in the 11th grade. Well, now, in his head and his pants, you know he's rather insecure. With her, there's a lower chance he will feel immature. Here becomes the high school cruiser. Bring a guide and listen, my soul. He's such a pathetic loser. He's 25 years old and looking for a fresh piece of ass. What's happened to the girls in my class? In this wretched situation, what's a little you'd like me to do? Just stick with masturbation, or maybe cruise to elementary school. I know, sometime I will have my day. I'll date my peer group so the little boys won't say, hey, here comes the high school cruiser. Bring God and listen my soul. He's such a pathetic loser. He's 25 years old and looking for a fresh piece of ass. What's happened to the girls in my class? Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to name any names, but one of my older friends who dated the girls I went to high school with is watching on one of these machines. Worked out pretty well. We've all figured it out. At the time, though, it was very pointed. You know, when I built this as a set of romantic love songs, I was really not being totally straightforward with you up front. A little perhaps misleading and dishonest, but yeah, it does pertain to romantic matters. All in one way or another. I'm looking for a specific song. I'm trying to bump ahead in my set because I got started so late that it's well worth taking the extra time. Okay, let's get serious here. Where is that thing? Here we go. One of my first musical arrangements by Vancouver's renowned slam poet, Alexandra Oliver. No longer of Vancouver, a part of one of our very earliest poetry slam teams, circa 1997, 98 perhaps. Captured in the Slam Nation documentary, was one of the great personalities immortalized in that document that charted Saul Williams' path to greatness. She made a pretty good case for Vancouver's unique poetics also. And I heard one of her songs and I thought, that's a great poem. Sorry, I heard one of her poems. I thought it's a great poem, but you'd make an even better song. You have to imagine I'm a beautiful young woman, which can be a little stretch of the imagination for some people, but I'm counting on you folks. Ring-a-ding-ding. From way back, like 2006. Wow. I love a man who wears a ring and offers up a round of drinks, enchanting like the rites of spring and enigmatic like the Sphinx, with the boyish disorderly forelock, caught in a fatal wedlock, offers up what every truant thinks. I'm a homewrecker, baby. I'm Julie Andrews' nightmare. When other kids read Nancy Drew, I was reading Flaubert. I knew it at an early age, whilst with my mother at the zoo. I saw the pandas in a cage, and saw the cage, but counted two. I realized to ease my cares in climbing those pubescent stairs, the only thing doing which to swing was living for dividing pairs. Are two according to you? I grew into a dame who loved the shame of living for dividing pairs. I'm a homer, like a baby, a man usurping long hair. You're the barn behind the house, and I'm the one to go there. Let's do it for the hell of it, the aqua velva smell of it. I know you'll never tell of it to your domestic pillar. It's so very Henry Miller, and I know I'm only filler. Like you really could compare us. It's like standing Milo's Venus next to Eddie's Phyllis Diller. And I gotta get to the second thing. Yeah. But no, you stay in there. I'm home, like a baby. I'm spiritually threadbare. I'm a flaming tart, and she's an angel in an armchair. So, darling, go ahead. It's leave it in the lurch day. Will she find out when you're dead? And what will the church say? You should go ahead and flaunt it right before it fossilizes, since you obviously want it, and I've had it with surprises. What's a few regretful hours through the field of purple flowers? Who's concerned with gaining trust? It's the free love magic bus. It's organic, fresh, and groovy. There's no need to be concerned. It's so obvious I've learned that her body is a temple, and that mine's a drive-in movie. I'm a homer, like a baby. I'm really glad to be here. Get your hand from off my knee and ask him for the check, dear. And so thank you for the drink. This has really been a treat. Life is luminous and pink when you're treacherously sweet, like the moon above the street, upon which the lover ruminates, the same one which illuminates the dishes in her sink. And it really made me think. It's so hard to swallow strife, but I'd rather not compete. You will need a sharper knife if you want to cut my meat. It's a lonely sort of life, so go home and fuck your wife. Ring-a-ding-ding by Alexandra Oliver. Speaks somewhat outside my personal experience, but really great specimen of the kind of work that it is. And I used this song, this arrangement, to win a song contest at the Incredible Music on Main, Music and Misery on Main open mic down in Little Mountain Community Center many years ago, back under the auspices of philosopher king Rick Keating. Was the host, and he presented to me my first place prize. It was a pickled beet in a jar shaped like a heart. He called it his bitter heart beet. Just good metaphor, good wordplay, very creative, very arty. Good on you, Rick. This is one of his songs. You see, there's a thread weaving through. I would pull this one out when I was on the road with Julian on the Outlaw Band, and Joey broke a string on his guitar. Never thought I'd see the day you'd hear me complain. There's too much wine on my shelf. I'm not blaming you. I could just refuse, but honey, I just can't help myself. I'll get loud and uncouth and start telling the truth by singing sad country songs. and I'll drink to those lips that I'll never kiss. Keep a drinking until the wine is all gone. But I won't break this trust and embarrass us. I won't even let the dreaming start. Honey, I got some class, and I've got a glass. I know how to handle my heart. I'll get loud and I'm good, starting telling the truth, singing the same country song. And I'll drink to those lips that I'll never kiss, and keep a drinking until the wine is gone. Back where I'm from, you run when you run, and you scream at the sky when you're on. And you love hard and deep, and you sleep when you sleep, and you drink until the wine is gone. I'll get loud and uncouth, I start telling the truth, singing the sad country song. And I'll drink to those lips that I'll never kiss, and keep a drinking until the wine is gone. And I'll drink to those lips that I'll never kiss, and keep a drinking till the wine is all gone. Till the Wine is Gone by Rick Keating. I was on my way to, he was being featured at the Railway Club by Tamara Nile, presenting him. And I went to go see that show, and that's where I met Joe Young to begin with. And he invited me backstage to play as part of his band. And I said, "You want an accordion as part of your band?" He said, "You play accordion?" And the poor guy, you know, one beardo looks much the same as the next. And he thought I was someone else, but rather than admit that mistake, instead I ended up playing with him in his band for years. Joke's on you, Joey. But I think it was worthwhile. Got a lot of learning, got a lot of life experience, and maybe he picked up a thing or two. Also, now when you're playing country music in those Alberta bars, they keep your throat lubricated. We had a game where I would actually stack shot glasses on my hat, and we'd see how high the tower would get before they fell off. Those days are behind me now. They've left nothing but ringing in my ears, sadly. I'm going to take a little water break and figure out what I'm going to play for you next. I'm here for 20 more minutes on Accordion Friday, thanks to the Accordion Babes of the famous calendar. And after me, you can go find Calvale Rasmussen from Berkeley, California, performing her Accordion Friday set. And after her, another hour, 7 p.m. BST, is that right? Yes. Salene and the Dark Family Hour out of Oakland. And of course, you can go catch Rene de la Prade's previously aired set from earlier today with the Shipcats in Hamburg. And, you know, in another Friday or two, there will be a whole new slate of performances. It's been a great boon. I played with Accordion Babes, Accordion Fridays, like 6 or 7 times last year, once a month, basically, and it really kept my heart buoyant in our disaster year of very little gigging. Oh, I'm really disappearing off this screen completely. You get to see me waving my cup around, none of which has yet conspicuously entered my lips. Problem, you can't drink your water while talking to distract the crowd, unless you have some sort of gargling ventriloquism act. Sadly, that's not my specific texture of sideshow. Oh my gosh. I had so much great music to share with you. I'm not quite sure which direction to take it, but I know where the clock is ticking. So I'll get a little silly here with this number from Bill Oddie. It's about a somewhat unnatural love. It's very charming. I picked it up from Ralph Shaw, King of the Ukulele, because one underdog instrument deserves another. Any planks in the crowd will no doubt recall this song, and anyone else who's never heard it before will never forget it. I often go out walking on a Sunday. I like to take a stroll down by the sea. There's a little shellfish stall down by the harbor wall. There I stop and say hello and think of how a year ago I bought myself a quite delicious oyster. I thought I'd save it for a special day. Gradually I found it was nice to have around. Now on Sundays, if it's dry, the people stop and stare as I go taking my oyster for walking. She's really incredibly sweet. We go very slow because, as you know, an oyster has very few feet, if any. I'm taking my oyster for walkies. My oyster is taking to me. I admit I've had affairs with other mollusks. Mussels have a certain sex appeal. Oh, yes, they do. I will recall the twinkle, but certainly nothing can conceal the candor of a jelly eel. I admit I caused a scandal with a scallop, but I'm really not so shellfish anymore. Because the lovable crustacean has expended my frustration. Stuff your cockles, 'cause instead I'm happy in my oyster bed. When I'm taking my oyster for walking, she's the daintiest dish ever made. With barnacles on it in her oyster bowl. She's the queen of the oyster parade. Oh, she's lovely. I'm taking my oyster for walkies. My oyster is taking to me. Everybody taking my oyster for walkies. How I wish I could marry the girl. If only she could see we'd be as happy as could be. We'd have an excellent chance with pearl. Oh, do let's try. I'm taking my oyster for walkies. My oyster is taking to me. I've been locked up with the limpet, and I thought it was swell. I've had relations with the lobster, it was all very well. But you should see my baby when she goes out of her shell. I'm taking my oyster for walkies. My oyster is taking, oh yes, my oyster is taking, I say, oyster is taking me. Give us a kiss. Oh dear. Bill Oddie via Ralph Shaw, taking my oyster for walkies. One of those best song on its subject ever written. This is not an especially good song, but it's about Valentine's, so I have no choice. I've got no choice. I've had to make a lyrical substitution because part of the song's name and refrain is a exonym that is characterized as a slur now. I don't want to perpetuate ethnic hatred, so I'm going to give you a little two-chord special by the legendary Shack Shakers and the world debut of their song, Roma Valentine. Take the finest wine in all the land, pour it out on burning sands, raise up rarest desert rose divine. Takes the golden moon to a blow, brought us still on earth below. They will never match my Roma Valentine. Let pagan gods be given charge over heaven's shining stars. Have them twinkle till they all fall dim and die. The oasis of her eyes makes a mirage of the skies. They disappear. My Roma Valentine. Make all the sirens on the shore any news of ancient lore. Try their hand at the heartstrings of mankind. Voices crack in the refrain. Inspiration fades away. They're just jets. My jet, my Roma Valentine. Woo, woo. Almost caught me there. Unentwined the statue. A Pygmalion design is revealed like the deepest of lovers' lies. Fall down upon your knees. Prepare your mind to receive the perfect home. My Roma Valentine. The tree of knowledge, dare to bloom. For its fair forbidden fruit. Bring the nectar down in current serpentine. To the roots, grow up from hell. Sip it from the Holy Grail. No sin is sweeter. My Roma Valentine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow, 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 Valentine. Whew. Now all that hard work I did restoring my throat, drinking water, and I've undone it. Legendary Shack Shapers, Roma Valentine. Thank you, Polsky. My name, of course, is Rowan Lipkovits. You are watching some accordion music on love themes on the occasion of Valentine's Day across 3 different streaming platforms simultaneously. Well, I hope most of you aren't watching 3 of them simultaneously. I've only got about 11 minutes left to share a few more songs with you. Let's see if I can make that happen. Let's see. First, wreck your voice, then try to play the challenging song. What will happen? No one knows. Either I will fly or I'll crash. But I'll try some Elvis Costello, and not one of his better known songs, but I really like the juicy chord progression. Here, silver trumpets will trill in the Arabic streets of Seville. Oranges roll in the gutter, and you pick them up and peel back the skin. To the red fruit within, but the flavor is tart, and the flavor is tart. Is it something you crave and you say that if you only feel bitterness? You know it's a lie, 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 wild. The blackberry bush, where blossoms of cherries to crush. There, at the edge of the asphalt, tempting fingertips. You sting your hands pressed too hard. They'll color your lips, but the flavor is tart, and the flavor is tart. Is it something you crave? Could you say that you only feel bitterness? Will it kill you to show us a little sweetness? I, when nothing else grows, it was something like love that you chose. Oh, she's a creature of habit, and pity would do. She wore down that heel with no feeling. She kept on her shoes, but the flavor is hard, and the flavor is pride. Is there something you prove? Could you say that you only feel bitterness? We kill you to show us a little sweetness. The flavor is tart, and the flavor is tart, and the flavor is tart. 9 hours hung from a peg, and the coal black sea ran down her leg. Fishermen look for their nets and send their regrets, but the bug lays there broke and she spoke. Is there some kind of joke? The flavor is tired and the flavor is tired. Is there something you bring to the head and you only see a funniness? Will you show us a little sweetness? Tired and the flavor is tired and the flavor is tired and the flavor is tired. Ooh. I love the progressions. The Elvis Costello fans hate that song because they say it's a fiction. You don't learn anything about his life. It's not it doesn't give you a glimpse into the biography of the artist. It's just a bunch of pleasant flim flam. But there's something to be said for flim flam. I have a great advocate on occasion of flim flam. I got a couple more songs for you. Try this one. Back when I was playing weddings in the summertime, my old great colleague Ludwika Leparo from the Creaking Planks, the jug band of the Damned, which now sleeps under the waves, waiting for a time to be right to inflict the cosmic horror of crazy mishmash of acoustic instruments once more upon the musical scene. But this is a song I picked up from my wife and brought to many a wedding. It's by Blue Rodeo. Strange and beautiful, the stars that dance around your head. In your eyes I see the perfect world. I hope that doesn't sound too weird. I want all the world to know that your love is all I need, all that I need. And if we're lost together. Yeah, if we're lost together. Stand before this faceless crowd, and I wonder why I bother. So much control by so few, stumbling from one disaster to another. I've heard it all so many times before. It's all a dream to me now, a dream to me now. And if we're lost together. Yeah, if we're lost together. In the silence of this whisper light, I listen only to your breath, and that second of a shooting star. Somehow it all makes sense, and I want all the world to know that your love is all I need, all that I need. And if we're lost together. And if we're lost, we are lost together. My friends, we are lost together by Blue Rodeo. My name is, of course, Rowan Lipkovits. I'm playing accordion for you as part of the Accordion Babes Accordion Friday program, which continues for the next 2 hours. You switch over to look up Cal Valet Rasmussen from Berkeley, California, and Selene's Dark Family Hour in Oakland, California. I got one last song for you, and I'm going to thank and credit all the important people and friends. Uh, Really great having you backing the Flim Flam contingent, Aaron. And I got a song that you personally signed off on as being allowed in the Plank Songbook. We never got around to doing it. I think we stopped doing Valentine's shows for some reason. I'm not so picky now. I'd like to remind you all I'm part of Accordion Noir. We broadcast an hour of alt accordion music every Wednesday night from 10 to 11 p.m. Podcasts. We've been doing it for over a decade. There's hundreds of hours out there. So if you like stuff like what I'm doing, but played by people who can actually play, look it up. It's hosted usually by Bruce Triggs, author of the incredible accordion history book, Accordion Revolution, and he runs a swell accordion swag Etsy store. As Accordion Bruce. It's worth looking up. Once a month, we present the Vancouver Squeezebox Circle, and it's a tremendous learning resource for accordion people at squeezeboxcircle.org. We're not gathering together in person in the cold season. In the warm season, when it's still pandemic times, we gather in McLean Park. That might be coming up in the next few months. Until then, we're doing Zooms, accordion Zooms, the first Friday of every month, 7 to 9 p.m. And also I do a weekly accordion video series for the last 2 years, over 100 accordion recordings so far. Stupid accordion tricks. If you found me here, you'll be able to find them there. It's out there. And here you go. A Weird Al Yankovic song that he does not play accordion on. Someone's got to do it. Well, I heard that you're leaving. Gonna leave me far behind, so far behind. 'Cause you found a brand new lover who decided that I'm not your kind. So I pulled off your name out of my Rolodex, and I tore all your pictures in two. And I burned down the malt shop where we used to go, just because it reminds me of love. That's right, you ain't gonna see me crying. I'm glad you found somebody new, 'cause I'd rather spend eternity eating shards of broken glass than spend one more minute with you. I guess I might seem kind of bitter. You got me feeling down in the dumps, 'cause I'm spending it all alone at the gas station of love, and I have to use the self-service pumps. So, honey, let me help you with that suitcase. You ain't gonna break my heart in two. I'd rather get 100,000 paper cuts on my face than spend one more minute with you. I'd rather rip out my intestines with a fork and watch you going out with other men. I'd rather slam my fingers in the door again and again and again and again and again. Hey, see what I'm trying to say? Darn it! I'd rather have my blood sucked up by leeches or shove an ice pick under a toenail or two. I'd rather clean all the bathrooms in Grand Central Station with my phone and spend one more minute with you. Yes, I'd rather jump naked on a huge pile of thumbtacks I'll stick my nostrils together with crazy glue. I'd rather dive into a swimming pool filled with double-edged razor blades than spend one more minute with you. I'd rather rip my heart right out of my ribcage with my bare hands and then throw it on the floor and stomp on it until I die. Didn't spend one more minute with you. Thank you, everyone, for hanging in there. I've been off the streaming wagon since I ran a whole streaming festival in November. Oh my God. I got to get my chops back. Maybe I'll be back in March. Maybe I'll find a fun, if somewhat irreverent way of celebrating International Women's Day. I don't know. That's probably a bad idea, but I got lots of songs there that aren't going to infringe on anybody. Thanks so much for joining me, all of you out there, and check me out next week. Check me out next month. Thanks for joining in, and I hope you make some videos yourself. Now, go on over to Accordion Fridays and go check out Calvalet Rasmussen and Celine in the Dark Family Hour. What they are giving up is nothing like what I got, and vice versa, but it's all a good time. Thanks again. Also, Renee de la Prade and the Accordion Babes for having me as part of your series. I look forward to coming back. Be a little smoother next time. Now, you think ending one string is awkward. I got to find a way to gracefully end three simultaneously. Goodbye to Facebook. Da, da, da. It's not really off yet. Now it is. Instagram, you're next. Are you next? I think you're next. Bye-bye. And YouTube, my oldest friend. It's time for us to say goodnight. Thanks for the stream. I'll see you again soon.